Research has indicated that achievement in the classroom is positively related to a twofold experience, one that emotionally engages students and one that intellectually engages them. Intellectual engagement is mandatory in the process of learning. However, the emotional engagement that drives motivation cannot be underestimated. The emotional component of learning is crucial for all students, and it is especially important for special education students that represent 13.8% of Baltimore City school students. Learning is not a process that depends only upon a student's response to instruction. Rather, it's a process that depends upon a student's response to the learning environment, interaction with peers and instructors, and pre-existing knowledge. The following strategies can be used in creating a positive and safe emotional learning environment. You can create community agreements with your class, which develops and promotes collective accountability and feedback-centered environment. You can also know and use students' self-identified names and pronunciations and pronouns. Make sure you embrace and honor students' cultural identities and challenge your own biases. Make a point to teach and model active listening skills and provide plenty of opportunity for discussions. Allow time for conversation. You want to make sure you also provide additional support in certain lessons that involve controversial, particularly sensitive content. So that means getting the school counselors involved, resource staff, etc. You can prepare families and students early on about values promoted in the classroom so that topics around safety aren't arising during particular discussions or lessons. Make sure you also provide disclaimers about the use of outdated, not inclusive terminology used in the novel. Encourage the use of conversation tools to promote authentic communication and growth mindset. Form positive, healthy, and trustworthy professional relationships with colleagues so you can create a safe space for all conversations to take place. And most importantly, make sure you can incorporate components of social-emotional learning curriculum in your activities.
The physical appearance of the classroom will reflect novelty, creativity, and a structure. It will allow a conducive learning environment where mutual respect among students and staff is visible, as well as high expectations for all students where every student will achieve academic, social, and behavioral success. Some of suggested strategies include: create a learning space with your students. Establish norms and rules with your students. Agree on all the rules of the class. Display visual of all norms in a positive phrasing. For example, we use technology only when appropriate for learning and in agreement with the teacher. Post community agreements as well as other visuals that promote respect and inclusion. Diverse representation in both physical decor, language use, and a content cover. Avoid Eurocentric, cisgender, heteronormative, and ableist messages of ideals. Establish a classroom culture where students are proud of their learning environment. If possible, decorate the room with themes from 1920s, such as posters, book covers, costumes, while playing music from the time. Display students' work from the unit. You can create a space where students can anonymously post their concerns, ideas, suggestions. Keep your classroom organized and tidy. If possible, create a space for breaks. Maybe a corner of the room with a beanbag chair where students can take turns playing with fidgets or independent reading, or alternatively, it could be used as a small group breakout space. Use natural light if possible. Play soft music as a background when instructionally appropriate. Bring some green plants if allowed. Think about the classroom pet that all students will be responsible for if permitted by the school policies.